Hello, everyone. Welcome. I'm Victoria. Nice to meet you. If this is your first time in one of my videos, and if it's not, then welcome back. And today we have a message coming through from Sirius, from the Syrians, and I really feel like there's quite a bit that they want me to talk to you about. So yeah, at first I want to start with last message that I did was from Andromeda, and a song came through. And this time, it was kind of the same rhythm and everything, but the lyrics slightly changed. So before it was sleep, so you find yourself, but now it's breathe, 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 so you find your way out. So breathe, breathe, and whatever you're going through, whatever situation is happening, you will get through it. One of the big things they want me to talk to you about is neutrality. Again, the importance of neutrality, and how we need to keep going, keep staying as neutral as possible. And I know that even in life, some of us like to live dynamic lives where we go through extremes. It's more fun that way, let's be honest, sometimes. But there is an importance to keeping that balanced and neutral as well. To sometimes feeling the tranquility and the peace and being present and not constantly going through extreme to extreme and extreme to extreme. I think there's a time and place for that, and some of us are more inclined to that kind of lifestyle than others, but it's important for all of us to have those moments of peace. I think part of the reason is because in those moments of peace and just being static and just not even, if someone asks you a question, not even actually answering, just being, just saying yes. It is what it is. One of the messages they sent through to me is that we need to understand that things are because they are. Things are this way because they are. We don't need to explain anything to ourselves or to anyone else. We just need to be. What we are is what we are because we are and we want to be this. And what someone else is what they are because that's what they want to be. And what a situation is it's that way for a reason because it needs to be that way. And going too deep into it and trying to explain it to yourself, it can really start getting you tied up, and it's really not what needs to be done right now. Right now, it's a time of peace and relaxation where we need to just be. We need to just relax and be. Just be yourself. Just sit there and take in the sun and feel the wonder of life. No matter what you're going through, breathe and you will get out of whatever thing you got yourself into. Because most of the time we do get ourselves into stuff, consciously or unconsciously. And yeah, I think that's a really important one. Keeping the neutrality in our daily lives too, in what we're doing and how we are being. And again, if someone asks you to explain something, you don't need to explain anything to them. You just need to say, yeah, it is what it is. It just is. And some people might get angry at that answer, and others might be confused, have more questions, or they might think you're crazy, you know? Everyone's gonna have a different reaction, but it doesn't matter because it's about you staying neutral and being. Because in that way, you're bringing a specific frequency to this planet, and Another thing they told me is that we need to remember that this light that we're receiving, especially during these still moments, this light, this information, this love, whatever you're receiving, this is not just for you. What I'm receiving is not just for me. What I receive, I share back with you, or I try to, at least. And that is what all of us came here to do. We came here to receive things and to instantly release them and let them let and share them, basically. So all of us have a specific tool set that we've been given to share in a different way, to receive and to share different things and different energies in different ways. So knowing your tool set, knowing how you're supposed to share, and sharing is very important as well in this time when you reach that state of peace in yourself, and that really and receive that energy, whatever this energy is. Some of us, I really strongly am getting the message that some of us will have to hold the energy of neutrality, and we need to hold that energy. That is what we'll be radiating, and that's what we need to accept so that we can spread out. So try to remember that, because if you're watching this, you're mostly likely gonna be one of these people. And sometimes it can be really hard to stay neutral. Sometimes it can be the hardest thing, really, especially if it's something to do with you, or if it's some really topic that's really near and dear to your heart. But we can all do it. Just breathe, relax, and be. And you will get there. We will all get there. We're all in this together. So talking again about sharing everything that we're receiving. Again, another very important part of this, sharing. Whatever you receive, share. You have your own way of sharing, and you know how to share that, and you know who to share it with. So all you need to do is just trust your internal guidance. And I know sometimes it can be kind of hard to tap into that and to really know which one is the guidance and which one is, just my mind making up stuff, because they both exist. I guess the ego, or just the mind, the conscious human mind, just sometimes can get things wrong, get things, mixed up. I think that happens a lot when there are too many thoughts and when there are too many words. So that is why it's important to relax, release, and bring yourself into a balanced state where you're not going to have many thoughts. Because the more thoughts you have about something, when something comes through to you, when the light comes through, when the information comes through, you need to be as neutral as possible towards that information, because it might be something that you don't fully agree with right now, you don't fully understand right now, but you will eventually understand it, and you will probably eventually agree with it, because it's something that was given to you, and it was given to you for a reason, because you have that within you, basically. So staying neutral to that information, even if you're doing readings for someone else and you feel like, oh, this card came through, so I'm thinking that your life is like this, so it's probably this, but try to be as neutral as possible and let the information come through. I think this is a very good way to explain it, actually, with the readings. So cards can have different meanings. What can come in your head, the first thought that comes into your head is probably the right one, probably the one that you're channeling through. But when we start thinking about that, sometimes we can, second guess and be like, no, this doesn't really fit with this person's life. It can't be this. But most of the time it is. So you need to trust that, and trust that you're being given the right information, even if it sounds wrong to you right now, because it will help someone out there. There's a reason that you're receiving what you're receiving. And yeah, I really feel like we need to stay neutral to the information that we're receiving. So what I'm receiving now, maybe I don't fully agree with it. I think I do, but but even if I didn't, I need to relay that to you guys because it will help you as well. So putting aside my own personal thoughts about things and putting aside my own ego and my own, human brain, whatever's happening in it, my job is to share the information that comes through, no matter what I think about it. So, yeah. That's going to be really important for a lot of us because we're here as channels of information, a lot of us, and channels of in different ways. You channel information in different ways. So I'm speaking it to you and I'm expressing it to you, but some people might channel it through music, through their art. Some people might channel it in some kind of other way. So everyone has their own ways. Again, everyone has their own skill set, and I'm sure each and one of you knows at least part of your skill set. So you know a bit of what I'm talking about here. I don't need to go deeper into it, I feel like. Let's check out what the cards that came through are. So we have Ring Around the Fairies and Lay the Foundation. Lay the Foundation has been coming through a lot recently for me personally and for others, and maybe in other readings too at this point. I just feel like it's been a theme in the recent days. So this is clearly very important to the whole collective, that right now you can see it, the whole world, there's things that are breaking down. You're starting to hear exposés about people, how they're not as nice as you thought they were, and how some people did things that weren't that great. That maybe they're corrupt, maybe they're taking advantage of something. So a lot of things are coming through and coming out. Everything is breaking down. We're having like a huge tower moment, from tarot. So we're having that tower moment where everything is breaking down. So that is why we, the ones who are receiving the most information and light, need to start building the foundations. And that is why we need to stay as neutral as possible to the information and integrate it as much as possible into our own lives first, so that then we can help that foundation help others lay their own foundation. So for example, some of us might be in a way forced to completely rebuild ourselves from the ground up, to have a complete ego death, for example, so that we can really fix our foundation, so that we can build ourselves up, literally our whole being up, so that we can be what we need to be, basically, and then help others do the same. Because once we do it, we will be there and we'll know how it's done. So that's when we're gonna come in and help everyone else who hasn't done that yet. But maybe the other people have been working on something else. Maybe they have been fixing another kind of foundation. Maybe they've been working literally with foundations of houses. Maybe they've been working on the foundation of something else, like a foundation of businesses, foundation of education, trying to get to the bottom of things and redo everything from the ground up, because that is what is happening now. That's what needs to happen in everything, because the way that things are will not serve us anymore. We have been doing things the same way for, I don't know, quite a long time. Some things thousands of years, some things only hundreds of years, but whatever the case, it's not working anymore. We all know the education system is not working anymore, for example. So that is why there are going to be people who are forced or who feel the call to start examining it from the foundation, from the very bare bones minimum, from the bottom up, and start really dissecting it and thinking about, okay, how can we better the education system so that we can educate the young kids who are going to be coming in, probably some more awakened than others, how can we properly educate them so that we can create a better society, etc. I'm sure you guys get it. We all have our part to play, and again, your own part. So start, if you haven't started yet working on this. You will be prompted to do that very soon. And I do believe that for a lot of us, it will probably start with our own personalities and our own beings, our own humans, because we've been designed a certain way with our astrology and numerology. You can see it. You can see your design literally there. And there are positives and negatives to each sign, let's say. And a lot of us, just going by in life, we have started embodying the negatives too much of a particular sign, of a particular part of our design. And now is the time to re-examine that, see what your design is, see what is the positive and the negative aspect of it, and if you are embodying, which one you're embodying, and trying to embody the positive more. So like a Leo, a Leo is a leader, so a Leo can be a very understanding and good leader, who leads in a way by example, but also by listening to everyone and by loving everyone in the group. But a Leo can also be a tyrant. A Leo can be egotistical. So you have the two opposites. And if you have Leo in your chart, which part are you? Are you the one who wants to control and wants to tell everyone what to do? Or are you the one who loves everyone and is leading with love and allowing yourself to also be loved? That is an important one there too. So yeah, looking into all of that, and I know it can be bothersome sometimes, but I really feel like it will help a lot of us. So looking at just your basics, going back from the start and looking at how you've been living your life. Are things working for you or are they not? What's not working, what's working, and what can we do to make things better? So yeah, that one was kind of long, but I really feel like that is a very important theme right now. And if we slack on it now, we're going to have so much trouble in the future, because this is essential. And not working on this now will make things very hard in the future. Not just for us, but also for all the people that we could have helped and affected and shared this with, shared our light with. And let's talk about Ring Around the Fairies as well. Because actually it was the first card here, but I went with the Lay the Foundation part. Ring Around the Fairies, I really feel like this is coming through to tell us that we're here together. We need to realize that we are a community. Again, we have been designed, each and one of us, in a different way. We all have different skill sets. So while I'm good at one thing, you're good at another, and another person is good at a completely other thing, we are all here to complement each other. And I might not understand something like math, numbers, but there's other people that are so good at that. So we come together and we make something beautiful together. So finding the people that you need in your particular circle who can help you with whatever you're missing, so that you can kind of fill the puzzle. We all have a puzzle that we're pieces of, and we are all pieces of the grand puzzle, but then the puzzle gets smaller and smaller and smaller into our little, smaller communities and smaller families, like Soul Family or Star Family is a bit bigger, but yeah. So finding the pieces to your puzzle. What are you missing? And don't feel like you need to bring that to the table, because you don't. Follow your own, trust that you have your own skill set, and there's someone out there who has another completely different skill set that needs to work with you together. So finding those people and working with them and not feeling bad about not being good at something, because I feel like we're taught to kind of be able to do everything, but that's a really bad mentality. Yeah, you should try out things and see what you like, but you're not going to be good at everything. I'm not going to be good at everything. And that is why there are many of us here, because we all have different things we're good at and we're all supposed to work together. And yeah, finding those people and finding the people who you resonate with. And if you feel like you have a community there, like, or you're starting to find people who have the same beliefs with you, maybe even trying to hold some kind of rituals. You can do it in real life and literally make circles with people, so that you can either, I think you'll know what to do actually. Everyone will be doing different things. Like, I feel like some people will be called to honor particular beings, or maybe even like honoring communities, honoring beings or masters or deities, or trying to alter something, to change something, and coming together to lay the foundation of things as well. Like I was saying before, for example, the foundation of education system, that's not going to be figured out by one person. There's going to be many people who are going to come together, who are going to figure that out. And everyone is going to be given a different piece of the puzzle. All of us will be sent different information that will all fit in together. So even, for example, if you watch different YouTubers, I will be given a part of the information and then someone else will be given another part. And you need to piece them together so that you know the full message for you, in a way that is coming through as well. So finding all of the pieces and working with them. Working with circles, they're telling me that that's really important too. Working with circles, and maybe not necessarily people, but just sitting down in meditation and asking for other beings to come into a circle with you. The souls, the beings, they will naturally resonate towards being in your circle. Maybe laying out crystals in a circle or something, using circles, drawing circles. You will know what to do. You'll be guided towards it, but know that circles are very important and they'll be very helpful to you on your current mission, whatever that is. Yeah, let's get some cards from another deck and see if we get more information. I feel like it's already been so much, but I feel like there's more, a bit more at least. We have Star Family here. You're a part of a team of souls and call and support. Exactly. This is coming through very well here. Exactly what I was talking about, how there are beings that will join in your circle. They don't need to be physically there. So you can go somewhere and call in your star family, for example, and say, you know, please help me create a circle so that I can do whatever there I'm supposed to do, because it's stronger that way. If you're just going somewhere to, for example, to clear the energy of a particular area, if you do it by yourself, that will take a huge toll on you, and it will, a lot of energy will be needed. Actually, I did that and now I'm realizing that was really stupid. I mean, it was like honorable but also stupid. Because once you call in the circle and create that circle with them, that way they power you up. And yes, you might be the only human like vessel source there to bring out the information, but all the other beings are there holding the light and the energy with you. So it's really important to work with them and they like whatever you do will become more powerful if you create a circle and if you ask for assistance. So remember that all of the collective that you're part of, because we're part of more than one. We're part of probably more than one star family, and I don't know about soul family, but definitely star family. A lot of us are part of several, and that's kind of how we all know each other, probably, honestly. But know that all of these are families that you're part of. They're there for you, and they can help and assist you on whatever it is that you're doing, whether that's personal or it's you trying to do something for the planet, the land, or for someone else. Know that you're more powerful when you're not alone. So yeah, that one was a good one for me too. um but yeah, that's pretty funny. At least I think it is. Anyway, let's get one more card. Actually, I'm not feeling this deck anymore. I think this one. Oh, yeah, definitely this one. Was instant. So we have Cosmic Diamond. Yeah, this one is really, confirming again what I was saying. Spread hope and joy and illuminate the world. This is what we're here to do, to spread hope, joy, illuminate the world. Actually, I forgot to even mention this. They told me this in the beginning with the other stuff, but there's just so much to talk about that I completely forgot to mention this part. So thank you for bringing out this card. That we're ultimately here to ground all of this energy that is gonna come into us, and we're here to spread it. We're not here to keep it. So when something comes to you, it's not there for you to keep it forever. It's like you receive money, but that money, you're not getting it so that you can put it in a bank account and it can stay there your whole life. It's not there for that. It's there to be used so that you can further someone else's mission. So if I buy like a crystal from someone, I am helping someone on their mission, and their mission is to bring crystals, I guess, to people, and to bring that energy. So again, not saying that you should go out and spend all of your money now and spend all of your energy, but remember that keeping things to yourself, not just physical things, also energy and love. When you're feeling love, share that with others. Give someone a hug, or be an ear or a shoulder to cry on. And you will know when you're ready to do that. And it's really important to know your limits as well, to know when you're ready to give, because sometimes we give, especially when it comes to love and energy like this, because that's our nature. That's what we came here to do. So we're like, oh yeah, I need to do that. But sometimes we do it when we are not at 100%. So make sure that you're at 100% and then you're overfilling, like your cup is overfilling. So it's about knowing how big your cup is, filling that cup, and then when it overflows, sharing that with others. Not when it overflows, keeping it to yourself and thinking, oh, I need to survive, I need all of this energy, or I need all of this money, or I need all of this stuff. Sharing whatever is overflowing and being open to sharing. Being open to sharing this light and this love. And sometimes even that can be scary, because from the past, we've probably been harmed or misused or abused in some kind of way for having this energy and for having information or for having just love and sharing it. So it can be scary. But again, this is what we're here to do, and we know that this is what we're here to do. It's just about clearing things, and again, going back to the foundation and working from the ground up, seeing what your fears are, and letting a lot of them go, seeing that actually it's not that scary, and that there's no reason to fear this, and that you'll be fine, and there's no reason to be scared and feeling like, oh, I need to accumulate, or I need this, literally accumulate this stuff so that I can survive. I need this to survive. I can't share it with others. We are not in survival mode anymore. We're in being mode. That's the whole point. Be, be, and then you're not going to be worried about surviving because you just are. You are surviving. You don't need to worry about surviving. You just are. And the universe will just naturally send you ways to survive because you're already in the energy and feeling and vibration of survive, like being and surviving. Like you're already this, so you don't need to worry about it. The more you worry about it, the more lack of things you're gonna experience, or at least anxiety about lack. Whew, this was a long one, guys, and we can't believe we only got 4 cards, but so much information. Thank you, Syrians. I'm very grateful for this message, and I'm sure everyone who got to this point is also grateful. So yeah, guys, if you enjoyed it, please let me know in the comments and let me know what you thought about all of this. I feel like this was such a strong and beautiful message, and I don't know, I'm just really curious what your thoughts are about all of this. And yeah, share anything that you feel like sharing, I guess. I love you all. If you're interested in a personal reading, I must say details of how you can contact me are down below. And yeah, I hope I see you in my next video. Have a great day. Bye.